Our next company up is Social Amp, and presenting will be Matt Sunbully, who is the CEO.
So Social Amp is in the social commerce space, which is a rapidly evolving space right now with a number of smaller startups and companies creating products and sites geared directly towards consumers that allow them to shop in ways that they're now accustomed to in the new kind of social web. Where Social Amp lies is we're looking to provide and enable traditional retailers and long-tail retailers with these same social tools. So we're more of a B2B play. And if you take a look at the current landscape, just to step back a bit, you know, the evolution of the web into Open Graph has really big implications. So you think of the Facebook Open Graph recent release at F8, some of the other open APIs out there, whether it be Twitter's or Google Friend Connect. There's a lot of opportunity here for commerce sites to enable word-of-mouth conversion, and that's where Social Amp lies. So in summary, there's social media data to be harnessed. There are new engagement models. This is where Social Amp lies, and you can generate conversion opportunities for online retail. So we've developed a suite of social tools that we license to retailers. They're very simple tools that are easily embeddable. So what you're seeing here really is, off to the right, these social APIs, authentication systems that I mentioned, where your user data is currently available, the commerce sites on the left-hand side, and then really this middleware where Social Amp lies, and creates a set. We have a set of social apps, social tools that we license directly to retailers, and I'll show you some examples. Instantly social, that's really the first benefit here. So we call our platform the Friend Store platform. It's a suite of social tools that allow online retailers to instantly socialize their sites. Everything from a recommended products module tool. We constantly shift between what we want to call it because we don't think it's an application. We think it's a tool. We think it's an applet. There's a lot of names for it. A social stream that shows users on their site what their friends are wishing for, liking, reviewing. Upcoming birthdays, which is really popular with our event-based retailers like 1-800 Flowers, where you may be shopping for a flower for your mother and realize that, in fact, one of your friends' birthday is coming up. You click through, purchase a flower for them. And a shopper profile. Again, these are all tools, simple tools, auto-generated from the data that's available about you already through these open APIs. Important here is that in less than 5 minutes, really any site can take our tools and embed them. This is an example of our tags. It's a very simple front-end framework to install these tools. I can't emphasize this. And proof of this is that we're actually currently in the marketplace with both Levi's and 1-800 Flowers. A bit on the analysis front, and this is where a lot of our IP comes into play. Our data team is led by a professor named Sanan Aral, who's a Microsoft Faculty Fellow Award winner in 2010. And his specialty really lies in analyzing social media data to see how it influences e-commerce purchase behavior and word-of-mouth online. So if you think about what you have here and what we're doing, this is a social graph representing a user and their friends. I'll just give you one example of a really simple, in layman terms, type analysis you can do. You may have 50 friends that like a certain product or wish on a certain product or review a product. You know, through the data available on networks like Facebook, we can analyze which of your friends are closest to you. And by determining which of these friends are closest to you, suggest products liked or purchased or reviewed by your friends that are closest to you to trigger conversion. So there's a lot of analysis here that comes into play that's led by really an A-list team on the data side. Here's an example of what I was talking about. So some of the scoring we're doing will actually influence the socially recommended products we'll recommend to you on the retail site. In this case, these are two friends of mine who are a bit closer to me. And they happen to be pretty beautiful women as well. This is a social stream here. And I'll just quickly say is in inventing this framework of simple tools, we didn't want to reinvent the wheel. There's over 500 million users on Facebook. They're very familiar with this framework lexicon that they've developed. We want to borrow a bit from there and put it in a retail sense. So you see here, users wish for products. There's a product title, product price point. We think this is a familiar environment. So users, i.e. shoppers in this case, will be very familiar with our tools and will engage them. Recommended products, profiles, here really acting as a wish list, a social wish list. I may click through on a picture and see a friend of mine what they wish for and buy it for them. And birthday purchases. So what I want to do real quickly, since we are live, is to give an example of, you know, one client, 1-800flowers.com. In this case, this is a product page, and one of our widgets would load right on the right-hand side, displaying those friends of yours' birthdays are upcoming. You click through, and you could purchase flowers for them. Social conversion, made easy. Another client of ours, Levi's, in their case, it's called the Friend Store. So what we've done is individual social tools can be embedded on product pages or family pages, but we've also created an environment we're calling the Friend Store, where we embed a lot of these social tools in one arena, almost like a social microsite within the retail site. So you see here, these are my connected friends from Facebook. These are the products liked by my friends, and then specifically the individual products liked by my friends within Levi's. And we have the upcoming birthdays module there as well. This framework itself, i.e. the Friend Store, we're evolving. We're taking very interesting places. What we're looking to do is create almost a mini platform within these social sites where any number of applications can be embedded, almost like a mini Facebook within a retail site. So anyway, that's more of the product roadmap that will be released soon. Our revenue model is really basic, monthly license fee currently. We do approach the larger enterprise retailers with a rev share. We're not, it's not a deal breaker, meaning we feel in a year, 2 years from now, we'll be in a very good position to charge rev share because some of our algorithms will have been run on their data along with the other network data, and we'll be in a very good position to charge some of the rev share that we're looking to do.
What are your customers saying is your key differentiation? I mean, there's several companies out there like Telepal and several others that claim to do what you're doing.
Sure. So in the short term, right now, our key differentiation is really ease of use. So a bit of background about SocialAmp. We were one of the first companies, we're self-funded, bootstrapped, to, on the services side, our services arm, enable basic Facebook Connect on retail sites. And we realized that involved a big overhaul, that their IT divisions would constantly table this, and it was too much work. So what our applications do is bake in all these APIs within these widgets tools themselves. And in less than 2 minutes, these retail sites can capitalize off these APIs and off their shopper social media data without having to overhaul their login systems. So ease of use in the short term has been huge for us and allow us to go out direct to big retailers and get them enabled on their site. I think long term, our big value proposition is our IP, and that's led on our data team. Of course, that's going to be more of a proposition that comes into play maybe a year and a half from now.
You say rev share, but typically retailers will only give you credit for additional sales that they can credit to you,
yes,
as opposed to things that you power and
yes,
it's looking good, but it's my traffic, right? How do you plan to demonstrate to them that there is a portion of the sales that are credited to you if you present the same UI to everyone? Sure.
This is why we think in a year from now we'll be in a better position to charge it. The reason being the network effect. So our algorithms are running on a shopper's data that's being collected from One Hair Flowers, for example. They'll be benefiting from the same analysis that we're running on multiple retail sites, on Macy's shoppers, on Levi shoppers, and these inform the targeting that we can do on 1-800-Flowers. So as long as we can credit the conversion to our algorithm or to our targeting, we feel we can charge them. And then from just kind of a business play point of view, the data is actually all stored on our servers. And so from a transactional point of view, if the retail client ever wanted to shift, there's huge transactional costs for them that they would have to incur if they wanted to move the social media data that's already had all this analysis running on it. I think we'll just be in a very good position to present the rev share component with a little more confidence.
So for what it's worth, based on my personal experience, unless you can split tests and have a portion of the users use your algorithms and a portion of the users not use the algorithm and show difference, they will have a hard time sort of recognizing.
Agreed. And we actually have a research study that our professor did within the Facebook universe on peer influence, exactly that we're publishing on our website. So we think we're going to be doing that type of A/B testing to prove our point, to prove the strength of our algorithms.
Are you a direct sales model?
We are. So, our sales staff is really split into two. One staff is on the enterprise side. It's, if I give you a sense of the sales cycle, anywhere from a month to 3 months to close some of the enterprise level customers. But we are planning on releasing versions of our tools that are immediately grabbable from our site for the long tail retail sites and the smaller sites. In that sense, we're direct. They can grab it, they can run, and after the fact, once they reach a quota of 50,000 page views, there'll be a pricing model coming into play. So we think we can scale really quickly with that model.
Any other quick questions? Okay, great. Matt, thank you very much.